Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Reacting To. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician, a producer, and a songwriter from Long Island, New York. I'm going to be reacting to a request. It's Autumn Leaves by Chris Brown featuring Kendrick Lamar. Alright, let's see what we got. So right off, we're not even 10 seconds in, there's a whole lot going on already. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna rewind it, and you can hear there's like the guitar. There's like this like pad synth going on, and then you got the guy singing in the background. It's like there's two guitars actually. One doing eighth notes, dun 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 dun, and then one actually doing the riffs. It's some panning back and forth. Nice drum beat.
If you leave this time, I fear that you'll be gone for good. So now hold on like leaves and fall to what is left.
Oh, that's a cool lyric. You hear that lyric? I'll hold on like leaves in fall. That's pretty cool.
The father left a young man. He said he'll be back with that same tone that you just said you'll stay forever with.
Oh, you hear that right there? There was like a tape slowdown or like a vinyl slowdown. So that actually comes. The original way that people would do that is DJs back in the day when they would actually spin actual vinyls. They would actually slow down the track, and you get that ooh sound right there, and they did it right there. But you can actually do that inside of any DAW now. Create a fade, and with that fade, you can actually turn it into a slowing the track, and that's what creates that sound right here. Right here.
It seems that all the autumn leaves are falling. I feel like you're the only reason for it.
Oh, nice cymbal.
All the things you do, all the things you do, all the things you do.
I really like that kick drum. This kick drum sounds really nice.
All the things you do, all the things you do.
It's really deep, but it also has like a punch to it, almost like a kind of like a floppy sound.
All the things you do. It seems that you're the only.
Oh, interesting, like a phaser on his. You get like a phaser on his voice right there.
I've been bleeding in your silence. I feel safer in your violence. I hold on like leaves and fall to what is left. Before I sleep, I talk to God. He must be mad with me. It's karma. I'm confused who I'll spend my forever with.
So you can hear the drums right here, and it's been doing it for most of the song actually. It's something called a high pass, sorry, a low pass. And what it is it actually, the name gets it from its function. What you're doing is you're letting the low frequencies pass through. And what it does is it takes the high frequencies and rolls them off, and meaning you can't hear them. So if you listen to the drums right here, you can hear the kick drum and the snare doesn't sound like much of a snare. It sounds almost like a kick drum, and that's because a snare has a lot higher frequencies than a kick drum. So like if a spectrum was like this is over here is the low and over here is the high, snare drum's over here with the high stuff. But what you're doing is you're taking all this off, and you're only hearing the low end. So you're only hearing the low end of the snare too.
It seems that all the autumn leaves are falling.
Sounds like right here the chorus. I think this is the chorus maybe. It sounds like there's auto-tuned vocals as harmonies, which is kind of cool.
It seems that all the autumn leaves are falling. I feel like you're the only reason for it.
I really like this cymbal. The cymbal sounds so good right there. The crash. The hi-hat sounds good.
All the things you do, all the things you do, all the things you do, all the things you do.
Now you can hear like kind of almost sounds like it's in the background. It's a little subtle. You wouldn't really notice it, but like it sounds like when he's saying all the things you do, it sounds like there's a phaser phasing back and forth between the stereo left and right.
All the things you do, all the things you do,
Here going back and forth.
all the things you do.
So the iceberg never broke, and I poked at it, and I poked at it.
Oh, that's cool. So you can hear the main rap in the forefront, right in the center, but you can hear it left and right. It's almost like it's slightly out of tuned down a little. It could be recorded you could have recorded it lower, but it also just sounds like it could be a duplicate pitch down.
And I poked at it, and I poked, and I poked, and I poked at it, but it stayed stagnant. Then I poked at it some more. And in my notepad, man, I wrote. If I don't have it, if I don't grab it, if it don't chip, then I toe tag is one last. I'm a hope. So iceberg don't float. If I do manage to do damage to you, damn it, it'll be grandest 10 Grammys or my granny still.
There's also like a delay going on, which adds a fuller effect, makes it sound thicker.
Still standing with a note. That red granite, don't you panic when you make mistakes the most. One day it'll make you grow. When you're outlandish and you lose manners, to God you shall consult. When the break.
So one of the things he's doing is a really popular thing that rap does. It's they emphasize certain notes or certain words by a couple of vocal takes on it. So what he's doing is every couple of words he's repeating, like he has a couple, like almost like a choir. What a choir would do is but he's panning one to the right, one to the left, and one in the center. It could be even more than that. But what it does is if you have one single vocal and then every other couple words, you add another couple singers to that or rappers to that. It emphasizes certain words. Eminem does it a lot in his music, but all rappers do it.
The cameras are still cramming in your face and it provoke. You to act mannish, just stay planted, cause you're reaping what you sow. Keep positivity in your heart and keep a noose from round your throat. And when you get mad and when you poke at it, just note, man, that iceberg is a reflection.
I like how it's coming in and stopping, like the hard stops.
Now you, when you renew your vision, just think if it had some Titanic, the fuck you would do to a critic, my nigga.
Oh, that was sick. It almost sounded like Eminem, like I was saying.
Reaping what you sow, keep positivity in your heart and keep a noose from round your throat. And when you get mad and when you poke at it, just note, man, that iceberg is a reflection of you. When you renew your vision, just think if it had some Titanic, the fuck you would do to a critic, my nigga. Yeah. Tell me when does cry? Do you hear him love? Do you hear him love? Do you hear him? And if my ship go down, tell me who will applaud. And they won't let me live, even when remorse that I give. When they gon' rejoice and forgive, tell me how.
You can seriously hear the emotion in his voice, which is pretty cool.
Stay positive when they never see good in me. Even though I got hood in me, don't mean he won't redeem me. No.
It seems that all the autumn leaves are falling.
So you can hear that the when he's saying "Still autumn leaves are falling" is the main vocal, and then octave up, which like I said before, sounds like it's highly auto-tuned. But that's cool. It's like the octave up, like I said.
I feel like you're the only reason for it.
You can hear it, like I said before, a slight vinyl stop in the background. Right here. Which adds a good transition effect.
All the things you do, all the things you do, all the things you do. All the things you do, all the things you do, all the things you do.
What's really interesting is that right here, it actually sounds, the whole song kind of sounded like it was an 808 bass or synth bass, but right here it actually sounds, between the slides and stuff, it sounds like a real bass, which is interesting. You hear it sliding. Sweet. Well, that was Autumn Leaves by Chris Brown featuring Kendrick Lamar. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any requests, let me know. Peace out.